Hello, Paul here from EMD Caringbah, Sydney. I've got a Porsche Cayenne E2 Mark 1. This is the model of this car here. It's the actual E2 Mark 1. We're doing the front disc and the rear disc, front pads and rear pads. Pretty much brakes all around. And this car, this is the brand new disc here for the rear and the brand new pads at the front, at the rear as well. So we're doing the same thing for the front as well. If we come across here, we're doing the front disc as well and the front brake pads and the sensor. That's a sensor there. Alright, what I'm going to show now, I want to show you guys now is actually when we took this brake disc off, this one here, this is the brand new one. As you can see how the shape of the actual vents is sort of like that. See on there, that's the shape of the vents. I've got a video on that as explaining. This is the right way, this is the right disc. If you look at the old one, the old one's pointing the other way. See, that's pointing the other way. It should be probably pointing to the front. The slotted should be pointing to the front like that, but this one's pointing to the back. So somebody replaced the brake disc on this car before and put the left hand side on the right hand side and put the right hand side on the left hand side. And the only way you can tell it's when you actually take the old one out and look at it compared to the new one. So the new one came in a box saying right hand side and it looks like that, but this one here is the wrong right disc, but they fit it to the wrong side. So you can mix it up when you do brake disc. They come from Porsche, or they come labeled left and right, and somebody have put the left hand side on the right hand side and vice versa. Alright, just a quick video to show. Thanks for watching, and please one more thing. After all this, I'm going to do the calibration of the rear disc. I've got to use a computer. Sometimes it takes an hour, sometimes it takes an hour and a half, depending how lucky you are by adjusting the air gaps. When you adjust the air gaps, and then you actually go through the calibration for the disc, and then you have to do the grinding. What the grinding means, the computer will sort of apply a little bit of pressure to the brakes, the actual brakes, and you have to drive the car over 20 kilometers per hour for about 10 seconds, and then you got to stop and then do it again. You got to do it 10 times. So what it does, it just sort of bed the brakes in for the rear. And if you don't do that, you need to do it. If you don't do it, the clamping force won't be strong enough. So most people just replace the disc and don't. Some people, I'm not saying most, but some workshops, they just replace the disc and then start the car up, and if the light doesn't come on, and they'll just keep the key back to the customer, and the customer will drive away. But the clamping force is not strong, so it's probably like at 60-70%. But you need to do the actual grinding and the calibration, so the clamping force will be strong, 100% strong, so it's not weak. So if you park on the hill, at least the handbrake is clamping force for the handbrake is very, very strong to hold the car. That only happens, that the clamping force only matters when you park on a steep hill. Parking a normal straight line or normal small incline, it's nothing. But the book says do it that way, so we have to do it that way. Alright? Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.